Hey, Piano, this is right after Thanksgiving here in 2020, or 25 rather. I just saw you and got to chat with you and introduce you to Nez. And I had a thought, or rather, this is a thought I've had a lot over the years. First off, it was good to see you. It does look like you're in good health. Looks like your boys and Stella are in good health. So, very happy for you. Looked like Corey was busy in the back. Tell her hi for me and give her my love. For the past 30 years, you and I haven't had a relationship. Like, since me, and Stroud were in that apartment or whatever it was, we really haven't, frankly, talked much or even done anything together. You know what the issues are, and I do as well. But I think, unfortunately, you haven't really thought about it. And I'm not going to blame you. I'm going to blame myself because I should have tried harder to at least communicate with you, despite the fact that I have reached out to you every birthday of yours that I can remember and have tried at different times to get a hold of you. You know, I even spoke to you and even visited you and spent time with you when you used to live in the Ravenna house. But one thing that, regardless of past, I just want to tell you as I'm reading this book, and it's something that honestly applies to not just you, or us rather, but applies to everybody, including mom and dad, and that is health. I don't know how much I have of it left. I could be living for another 30 years, could be 20, could be 10. And after I pass, one huge regret I'll have in my life is that I didn't have a brother. And while that might hurt to hear, it's true. And you might even feel the same. So we were born from the same genes, or rather from the same two couples, or two people rather, mom and dad. And, honestly, we didn't need to have the bad relationship that you and I had for the past 30 years. But what we do have a chance to do right now is potentially fix it and make it better. We don't have to hang out. We don't have to see each other regularly, but we should at least talk to each other once in a while, I'd argue. And it should be more than a few minutes. You shouldn't ignore my voice mails. You shouldn't ignore my calls. You shouldn't ignore basically most of the communication that I've given you, or rather, you should take it a little more seriously because I am your brother. I'm supposed to be honestly one of your strongest relationships, but because of my mistakes or because of what I failed to do when I was growing up, I'm not sure. I'm still confused why you haven't made much of an effort over the years. But anyway, we have a lot to talk about. I hope you might consider this invite, which is what I'd love for you to do, is give me a few days. Give me a few days. What I mean is come down to Austin and spend some days with me. Let's just hang out, talk. You can do your work, you can do whatever you want, but just you and me, just one-on-one. Let's talk. Let's literally bury the hatchet. Let's figure out what has caused the rift that we've had for the past 30 plus years or whatever it is. Because I don't want this to be the way it is right now for the next 30, if I'm lucky. And hopefully you are around as well, and hopefully your kids are around. I won't necessarily be as able to support your kids or be as communicative or even send you Christmas gifts, but I don't think you care anymore. What I do care, hopefully, is our ability to communicate with one another. So I'm asking you, if you don't mind, to give it a little bit more of a try. And honestly, this is not just for you and I, but it's for mom and dad before they pass. I think this would be the best gift that they have ever received, is that their two sons are finally coming back together. So I'll send this to you. I hope you watch it. I hope you listen to it. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you might be open to it. I think there's a lot to talk about and figure out. I want to write a ton to explain things to you, but I'm not sure if you'll take it seriously. So I feel like this is the only way, and I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the only way. What I do know is I haven't given up and I won't give up. Or at least I hope I won't. I keep on telling myself I will. Because I have tried. On on a latter or a last note, I've been doing relatively well, but I'm not sure what's going on with my health. This is maybe the second or third time it's been like this, where I'm always hungry and I don't know why. I feel like it's something in my body that's constantly insatiated, or just I don't know. It could be prostate cancer. It could be potentially something, as I'm realizing here, pancreatic cancer. It could be a multitude of things. It could be nothing. It could just be me having a periodic issue with my body. But this is the second or third time this has happened, and it doesn't stop. Other than that, I have a pretty good podcast going. I publish twice a month. It's not for money. I just published my book, as you have probably seen, in a couple different ways, and I'm going to continue publishing more books. You can see actually the book right here, or not that book. Sorry, that's another book. But I'm continually trying to publish more and more. Hopefully, generate a stream of income, but more importantly, authority, which will then impact the company that I'm building, and also potential speaking engagements or other tangential or derivatives of this authority creation. And I am building a firm. It's a venture capital firm, or it's a venture firm. It potentially could be a school. It could potentially be an accelerator. It could be potentially a lot of different things. So the goal is to raise some capital starting next year, and also potentially even starting an accelerator or a school of some sorts. So yeah, and then you met Nez. I am hopefully gonna marry her soon. Right now, financially, I can't afford it, and she doesn't come from an extreme wealthy family either. So it's just going to be, honestly, a little bit of a longer road. But I'm hoping, and I think she does too, that we'll be able to come together legally, and just, yeah, we'll be living hopefully together. She has a kid. She has a 10-year-old son, and she's divorced, but she's the most amazing person I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm blessed to have her. She's sleeping right now. She's listening, or indirectly listening while she's sleeping. And yeah, she's a beautiful soul. I hope you guys get to meet at some point. So that's it. Good to see you, and hope you get to listen to this.